Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadow Wraith, and today I'll be continuing my guide on how to play each of the scenarios in Middle-earth strategy battle game. Now we left off, we covered scenario 1, 2 and 3, which was domination, to the death and hold ground. The next scenario we're going to be covering is Lords of Battle. Right. Now basically the deployment for this one is you have one half of the battlefield, your opponent has the other half. And you can deploy anywhere in there, and I think you have to stay an inch away from the enemy models. That's it. So, with this one, you keep a tally of every wound inflicted by anyone in your army. Warriors, heroes, anything like that. If you cause a hero, the enemy hero, to spend a point of fate, it still counts. Awesome. So, what you want to do for this is not have a stupid horde army. Firstly, because then you're just feeding them kills. And then, on top of that, you want to be able to kill quite nicely. So anything with a +1 to wound bonus is perfect. So if you can get burly models in there, so like the Abracan Guard for a Serpent Horde, anything like that is perfect. I mean, Serpent Horde are quite ideal for this. I'll go over how you score points. So basically, if you score more wounds than your opponent, you score 3 victory points. If your wound tally is at least twice as great, you get 5, and 3 times is 7. You score 1 point for causing 1 wound to the enemy leader. Fate don't count. And if you kill the enemy leader, you score 2. And you score 1 if the enemy force is broken, and 3 if they are broken and you are not. It's perfect. And then you get a little special rule with the scenario. Time of heroes. Each time your force kills an enemy hero in a fight, one of your hero models in the same fight, your choice, regains a point of might lost earlier in the battle. Perfect. So not even that hero has to kill it, he just has to be involved in the fight. Awesome. That's really good. So, with this you want, basically stuff that's hard to kill but can really kill. So, again, I'm going to bring them up again because I play them a lot. My Legendary Legion, Return of the King, absolutely love this scenario. Because we cannot be killed and we absolutely slaughter. Okay, they target courage at -1 if they're within 12 inches of the king of dead, which they will be, because I'll deploy them like that. So whatever your courage is, -1 to that, and that counts as your defense. And I'm hitting you with strength 3. And then you've got Strider, who's got he needs only 4 pluses to wound with his lightsaber, and he's got a free heroic combat turn. So I mean, potentially he can kill 6 people. 6 warriors each turn. Get in combat with 3, kill all 3 with a heroic combat into 3 more, kill all 3. It's unlikely, but he can do it. It's pretty basic. You want something that's got pretty decent defense, but can kill. So anything with burly with high defense is awesome. The Serpent Horde, this is the opposite. The Serpent Horde gun line, because you can have 50% of bows, is quite good with the Betrayer backing up your bows. So he's allowing everyone within 6 inches of him to re-roll their wound rolls with their poison bows. So you're going to gun down people as they're coming into you, because you don't have to hold any objective. You can sit on your back line if you want and shoot and shoot and shoot. It's not a fun play style for your opponent, but hey, you're playing a tournament, you know. I don't play, well, I do sometimes. Depends. Depends how badly I want to win. But yeah, that's another option. Perfect. And then if you've got a hero, obviously you want your hero to be solid in all these games. Always have a solid hero. You don't want any pan shaman to be your leader. Not that you're going to have that unless you bring like really low tier heroes for everything. Who knows. So they're perfect. Absolutely perfect. So you go for the gun line, or you want to go for the killy high defense things. So yeah, anything. Even, I mean, Gondor's alright. You've got your cavalry, you've got a high defense. You can have your shield wall with the high fight and Boromir. Awesome. Swiftly moving on. We've got scenario 5, Reconnoiter. Now, this one is a bit odd. So, you're yet to arrive on the battlefield. So this is another rolling to see if you come on. You roll off to have board edges, and they walk on from your board edge. I mean, if you've got things like artillery, I think they come in 3 inches on anyway, or something like that. So yeah, I mean, you can gank that. So how this works is you roll a d6 at the start of your move phase, well, when you start the game, on a roll of a 1 to 3, you don't arrive, but you get +1 to the next time you roll. On a 4 to 6, you can come on at any point of your board edge, at least 6 inches away from a corner, and you walk on. So all the models from the warband move onto the battlefield from that point. Awesome. I mean, it's got a special rules that allow models to arrive from any table edge, such as goblins or goblin mercenary captains. They must choose the controlling player's table edge for this scenario, just because it would be really cheesy. Yeah, and the objective is to run off the other side of the board. So you score 3 victory points if more of your models have escaped the battlefield via your opponent's board edge than vice versa. If at least 2 of your models and twice as many models as your opponent has escaped the board, you instead score 5, and then 3 times, okay, and at least 3 models, you score 7. You score 1 for causing a wound on your enemy leader, and you score 2 if you kill them, and 1 if your enemy force is broken, and 3 if you are unbroken, and they are broken. So pretty simple. Now, with this one, it's pretty simple. You want a fast army, okay? Ideally, you want a fast army, or lots of bodies, okay? Because if you go against, like, I don't know, Thorin's company, if anyone brings that to a tournament, you just chuck goblins over there. You send half your army off the board edge and then, I don't know, deal with them. But to be fair, if you're just looking for the win and not max points scored, fast. So Rohan, perfect. Even Dark Denizens of Mirkwood, sorry. Yeah, the spiders, they ignore terrain basically. So they fly over hedges and stuff. And they can shoot across 10 inches and keep going. Anything with Heroic March is awesome on horses. So yeah, chariots. If you get chariots, you can even like potentially mow down some of their men as you're going in. It's really easy. Really easy. So that's all you want. For this, it's fast. Get off the opponent's board edge. You can try and play like a gunline army. I don't know how well that would work because you could shoot them as they're coming in. But nah, I probably wouldn't bother. No, just fast. Or even if you're not all on horseback, have the might there to heroic march, or at least a war drum. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I'd go. At least a war drum, or if you've got Stride or King Elisar, heroic march your way across the board. Perfect. Now, we're going to move on to scenario number 6. Clash by Moonlight. This is pretty simple. You start 12 inches on from your board edge, so you roll off to see which side you want, and you score points by causing 1 or more wound to the enemy leader. Fate rolls don't count, and if you kill them you get 2. 3 points if the enemy force is broken at the end of the game. 5 if you are not broken and they are. And then 1 point if you have at least 1 hero remaining at the end of the game. If you have at least 1 hero left alive and have killed more hero models than your opponent, you score 3. If you have at least 1 hero remaining and your opponent has no heroes, you score 5. Awesome. And then it has a special little rule here, just in case you went for the Serpent Horde gunline list. The Dark of Night. Due to the reduced visibility, models cannot be targeted by shooting, magical powers, or special abilities over 12 inches away. However, as it is much harder to avoid a shot in the dark, all shooting attacks gain a bonus +1 when wounding. Siege engine models may still target enemy models more than 12 inches away. However, they will only ever hit on a roll of a 6. So, awesome. If you've got quite a squishy army, so, like, okay, for example, my Corsairs absolutely bloomin' love this scenario. Okay, I'm not going to get shot when I come in, which is their bane. They've all got thrown weapons. Okay, so when I can shoot, there's no restriction to my shooting whatsoever. It gives me a +1 to wound, so I'm going to be mowing people down with my thrown weapons. Same with Rohan and their throwing spears. Anything with throwing weapons. Blowpipes are surprisingly amazing in this if you play Far Harad. So you've got your camel riders, they're pretty squishy getting shot at. They keep coming in, they're really fast, and then you can blowpipe people when you're 12 inches away with +1 to wound. Re-rolling ones because they're poisoned. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good scenario. I do enjoy this one. The only armies I would definitely bring is, again, something that is pretty solid all-rounder for this one. Don't go for heavy shooting at all, because, I mean, I don't really ever play a heavy shooty army. But if you did, yeah, this isn't the scenario for you until they get close. So you can have a shield wall kind of style and have people close by to buff them, so you can still go for the Gondor shield wall list. That will work quite nicely in this. But yeah, anything with throwing weapons will be perfect. And again, you want a hero that is solid. Yeah, absolutely. That's a must take. You always want a solid hero that won't die straight away. So Courses of Umber, I mean, their heroes can be quite squishy, but hey ho. Yeah, Dalamar is my warlord, or my leader all the time, and he's got the Stalk Unseen special ability, so I can hide him quite nicely. But yeah, so anything with throwing weapons, just absolutely mince things in this scenario, and if they're good in combat, even better. If you've got a purely combat-y list that loves getting into a scrap with low defense, you'll be fine in this list. Even Moria do alright. Okay, the only difference is your abilities aren't like 18 inches long from the Balrog, they're 12. But, it's only a bit. So, yeah, that's it. That is my next 3. If you find this video helpful at all, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Other than that, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.